Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo. Today is Monday, August 5th, and because it's a Monday, it's time for What Sold on eBay! Just like every week, I'm going to take you on a walk through our Instagram photos last week and show you our fat stacks, the photos we take of our items before they go out for shipping. We post every day on Instagram piles of our pictures to kind of hold ourselves accountable and keep a historic record so we can look back at any time and see when our sales were slow and when our sales were really great, and we can kind of pinpoint what we were doing wrong or correct at the time of the sales. It helps us stay accountable because we don't want to post failure photos, so we work really hard to have great photos, lots of packages going out. And then, of course, you can't always control online sales. They are a roller coaster. They do go up and down. So it kind of gives you guys a view of volume selling as far as volume and the up and downs that you can encounter with that. That said, we're looking at today's photo. We had 28 sales this weekend. 26 total packages. One woman bought 3 pairs of pants on eBay. And then we had 5 sales on Poshmark. This is a really good weekend. In fact, this is hitting pretty much bullseye of where we should be for our 0.5% sell-through rate that we historically hit, considering that the week before last was the week that we were on vacation, and last week we were less than productive. We weren't as productive as we should be last week. I can say I honestly wasn't listing like I should be. Coming back from eBay Open, I was swamped under tons of work. We had issues on the back end with our shipping, and I was still jet lagged. All of these excuses after I did a live show last night about not making excuses. But we weren't listing like we should have for probably 2 weeks now, and we're still selling at this rate. That means that we are, one, going to have to pick up our pace here this week, and we're really going to have to grind and put our heads down and just really, really work, because eventually, if you continue to slack off, for lack of a better term, and not list like you should be, it will catch up to you and your sales will drop, and we don't want that to happen. So we're going to really bust our butts this week, list extra. But number 2, this could also mean that we're coming out of the summer slump, being that we're not listing as much as we normally do, we're not putting in as much work as we normally do, but our sales are continuing to climb. We're probably at the tail end of the summer slump, and we're starting that long climb out towards fourth quarter. Last weekend we had a record-breaking weekend. 41 sales in 39 packages, 39 eBay sales, 1 Poshmark, 1 Amazon. It was a really great weekend, and we owed a lot of that to Dominic from Primetime Treasure. He did feature us in his Facebook group of 10,000 plus members as the featured seller of the week, and a lot of other resellers went to our store and shopped and picked up a couple of items to help us and support us as the featured sellers of the week. We had 15 total sales come from his group, and we appreciated each and every single one of them. So if you were one of the folks that ordered from us last weekend, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It did help us break our record and have a stellar weekend and bounce back after eBay Open. Some of you may remember last year after eBay Open, our sales were bad. They were down. We were in a slump, and it took us a long time to climb back out of vacation mode. So this definitely gave our store a boost, our searches our store and searches a boost, and gave us a boost in the algorithm, I believe. So thank you guys again. Tuesday, we had 5 packages, 4 eBay sales, 1 Poshmark. Wednesday, we had 11 packages, all eBay sales. Thursday, 10 packages, all eBay again. And Friday, 8 packages, again, all eBay sales. Poshmark was kind of slow this week. Of course, this was the week after we were not active on Poshmark for a full week. But we bounced back this weekend, kind of, with the 5 Posh sales. So let's go take a look at some of the highlights of the week. I'm going to show you some of our bread and butter items, some of our really exciting flips from the week, A lot of items that are bolos for you guys to be on the lookout for while you're outsourcing. And of course, I'm going to show you all of the plush that sold in the past week. And we're going to start with them because they are my favorite. Last Thursday, I did a plush that sold on eBay video that showed you all of the plush that sold in the month of July. So a couple of these plush that we're going to look at tonight may be repeats. If you've already seen them, I do apologize. If they're new to you, that's great. These are items that sold between the 29th of July and the 4th of August. So this is all the plush from that week. The chest pen you're looking at here is a Tomy Pokemon. Pokemons are a bolo. Tomy and Pokemon Center are the two really great brands as far as Pokemon are concerned. Depending on the character, you're going to get anywhere from $11 to $60 and sometimes more dollars for your Pokemons. I typically don't comp them when I'm out. I find them for 50 cents, sometimes a quarter. I bring them all home and then comp them when I list them. And some of them go for a lot more. Some of them, like this guy, sold for $11.25, but it was 50 cents and he shipped first class. This is a tiger that I actually got in a Tigger collection. Last summer, those of you that have been watching since last summer, or those of you that are new to the channel that have heard the story, I bought a lady's Tigger collection at a yard sale. She had 3 tables full of Tigger plush and figurines, and she was trying to get rid of all of it. And I offered her the opportunity to sell all of it to one person. She counted everything and gave me it all for like $1 a piece. Most of the Tiggers are long gone and sold. Anything that's left now is just pure profit. Out of everything I got from this lady, excuse me, in that big haul, it was all Disney brand, Disney authentic Tigers. There was this one weird random Gennaro tiger, and I'm just wondering if somebody didn't buy it for her as a gift at one point, or she bought it for herself because it resembled Tigger. But it is not Disney authentic. It is not Tigger. It is a Gennaro tiger, so I did not advertise him as anything else than just a tiger plush wearing pajamas, because I don't want to get in trouble for trademark infringement or copyright or any of that. He did sell for $12.19. He shipped first class in a poly. Here we have a Kohl's Cares, if you give a moose a muffin. I do really well with Kohl's Cares plush, number 1. And number 2, the book series, if you give a moose a muffin, if you give a dog a donut, if you give a mouse a cookie, those books, I usually get those plush and they flip pretty fast. The mouse goes for most. The dog went for a lot. The moose doesn't go for as much, but I got him for 50 cents. So I accepted a best offer of $12 on him, and he did ship first class in a poly bag. Now we're looking at a Keel Toys Paris Bear. He came from a yard sale where I paid a lady $10 for 42 plush, give or take. I had 2 of the Paris Bears. That comes out to about a quarter per plush. This guy sold for $12.19 and shipped first class in a poly bag. These Keel toys are a definite bolo. I've had a British bear before, and now this Paris one. They don't go for buku amounts, but they move pretty quickly. Here's another Kohl's Cares. This one was 50 cents at Goodwill. This is a Tippy the Pig plush from Sandra Boynton, and he sold within a day. Like, he was listed and he sold in the afternoon for $13. He shipped first class in a poly bag. Here is a Heinz Burrata French fry. This was 50 cents at Goodwill. I got him when I got the Heinz pickle that sold pretty quickly. And then about a week later, I got more Heinz pickle plush that were new in the bag at a yard sale. And based on the first pickle that sold really fast for a lot of money, I would definitely always pick up these Heinz fries, pickles. They have a tomato. They have ketchup packets. This one sold for $13.50. I accepted the best offer of $13.50. He weighed like an ounce, and he had a little bit of damage. He shipped first class in a poly. This is a Fun Shine Care Bear, 50 cents at Goodwill. This one's in really good shape. His heart on his little tush wasn't faded. Some of the Care Bears I get, the Care Bears is kind of rubbed off or faded there. and then I just kind of priced accordingly since this one was in good shape. He was originally listed for $17, but he was on our weekend sale at 25% off. So he sold for $15.94, and he shipped first class in a poly. This is Secret Life of Pets Max. He is a pretty big plush, 22 inches big. And he's kind of hard, like that harder stuffing that doesn't really squish or move too much. And he weighed over a pound. So I did list him with calculated shipping. He fortunately fit in a 12 by 12 by 8 priority box, which is just pretty much right at the cutoff where you're going to start paying extravagant amounts for the bigger dimensions. And I did accept a best offer of $14 for him, and then they paid shipping addition to that. He was $1 at Goodwill, I want to say. Here we have a really super duper cute Hershey bear. He's got Hershey Kiss feet, and he's holding a Hershey Kiss. He is just super cute. Look at his little feet. Little Hershey Kiss feet. I want to say this one was 50 cents at Goodwill. He may have been $1. I accepted a best offer of $16 on him, and he shipped first class in a big poly bag. Speaking of, if you give a mouse a cookie, there's several versions of this Kohl's Cares. If you give a mouse a cookie, different colored overalls. Some have the cookie, some do not. I have discovered the ones in these denim overalls with the cookie sell for the most money. This one was originally intended to go for $18, but he was on our 25% off sale. So he sold for $16.88. He shipped first class in a poly bag. Here is an official Disney Tigger. This guy came from another yard sale last year where I bought out a guy's entire plush collection. And I'm sure that most of you have heard this story by now. He had a bunch of Winnie the Pooh, Disney, Hard Rock Cafe bears, and Boyd's bears. He gave me a steal. Each plush came out to like 77 cents a piece. This guy did weigh over a pound, so I had him up with shipping on him. He sold through the global shipping program. In fact, so did this Care Bear. This Care Bear and Tigger went overseas through the global shipping program. Tigger sold for $27.19, plus they paid for shipping. And he went in a box, the 12 by 12 by 8. Here's some more of the Enesco bears. I kind of talked about them last week when one sold. I found a slew of these at the bins in November of 2017. I brought home a basket full. There were so many of them. There's still a couple hanging around the store. They're pure profit at this point. By weight, they were pennies. And I still have one of my big sets left, I guess. When I first listed them, I kind of lotted them up in sets if it made sense, and some sold by themselves. I did accept a best offer of $25 just because they've been around for so long, and it's all pure profit at this point. So we took $25 on this set of Enesco bears, and they shipped first class in a tiny little box, of course wrapped safely with bubble wrap. I have a couple pieces of makeup that's still selling. This is all the makeup I listed. I saved all the pieces from my Birchbox subscription and my Ipsy just subscription. I saved up the pieces I didn't want for a couple of months until I had a good amount, and sat and did a photo session and listed them all one day. And they're selling pretty fast. They're selling like hotcakes. Kind of makes me want to get into makeup. I think I said I was going to look into makeup after Vegas. I still plan on it. We got some other things that came up that we're working on. In the meantime, the cast-offs are still selling. So those of you that do the Ipsy or the Birchbox, you guys know it's $10 each month. You get 5 items. You don't always want all 5. You're not always going to use all 5. If you're already a reseller and you have an account on eBay or Poshmark, you can list your extras on there. They're all travel sizes. They don't go for very much, but considering you already paid $10 for makeup that you're using, the cast-offs can sell off, and you know, you've paid less for your makeup. This is Orbeez dry texturizing spray. I do like the Orbeez dry shampoo. It smells like lemons. It smells really good, and it's clear. Women who use dry shampoo know that most of the time it sprays on, it's white or gray, and you have to kind of really rub it into your hair for people not to see it. This has a great dry shampoo that's clear. I don't really use the texturizing spray though. So I sold it for $7.50, and it shipped first class. And this was a lip balm, color enhancing. I don't really put stuff on my lips too often, so I sold this for $13, accepted a best offer at $13, and it shipped first class. I wanted to show you these Urban Pipeline. Let me say it again. Urban Pipeline. Boys corduroy pants. I had 3 pair. I had this tan pair, I had this silver pair, and I had this gray pair. They were $1 or 99 cents a piece at Goodwill. They've been around since probably the end of last summer, so they've been around a while. I did pick them up because they were new with tags. Urban Pipeline's kind of a brand I avoid typically, but these were 99 cents and they were new with tags. I'm assuming a mother bought them for her son for back to school because she bought all 3 pairs. And usually when this time of year, usually when we get into August and you start seeing kids' clothes selling off like this, if they're buying all of similar items, same size, I always just think, oh, it's a mom shopping for her kid. I did give her a deal. I gave her all 3 pairs for $32, and they shipped in a small priority box or shoe box. I shipped them in a shoe box. I tried to get them in a padded flat. I tried valiantly. I really tried hard, but they weren't going to go. So they cost like $9 to ship in a shoe box to the lady, and she bought the 3 pair for $32. Next, we're going to look at this pair of Lucky Brand jeans because I want to show you one of my mistakes. So I know that you're supposed to, and I would advise everyone when you're outsourcing, to look everything over really, really well before you purchase it. Give it the once over. I don't always do that, and it's one of those things that I don't do that I should do. I get excited. And you guys know that we go to 99 cents day and we often buy 70 to 150, sometimes 200 items between 1 to 3 stores. We really stock up when we go on 99 cent day. And so sometimes I'm just going through the racks so fast and I just grab stuff that's 99 cents and toss it in the cart. I know I shouldn't. I know I should look things over better. This is one of the things I would advise everyone to do, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm grabbing up stuff for 99 cents and I just don't always pay attention. So I got these 2 pairs home, and you can see here and here, they're totally blown out in the crotch area. I couldn't sell them. So I decided to put the 2 of them up together in a lot. You can see here in my title, I put for crafting or DIY. And in the condition, jeans are ripped and destroyed, best for crafts or projects. See photos for details. So I put the pair up for like right around $19-20. They went on the 25% off sale, and they sold for $18.70 for both pairs. So they went together. I did manage to get the 2 of them together in a padded flat. So if you're thinking about minus fees, $2.70, shipping right around $10, and then I paid $1 each. That's $12. So I still made, give or take a little bit, $6.70 on 2 mistakes. And I kind of wanted to show that one to show you that, yeah, I still make mistakes. Please don't do what I do. I always tell you guys, I want you to learn from my mistakes. Make sure you're looking stuff over. But number 2, even if you get home and you have a mistake, it doesn't always mean that you have to throw it away and write it off as a defect, or that you have to redonate it and write it off at tax time as a donation. Sometimes these mistakes can still be sold. It literally took me a minute and a half to photograph these and another minute and a half to list them, and I still made $3 on each pair, including my cost of goods. I made $4 on each pair, or I could have redonated them or thrown them away, waited till next tax time to get the deduction, and instead we now have $8 back in our business capital to go out and source better items. So I don't always give up on stuff when I get it home and it's a mistake. You can sell stuff like this for crafts, for DIY and stuff like that. Here's an example of a bread and butter, meh, brand of jeans. It's Banana Republic. Honestly, I don't even really source Banana Republic for women anymore. But if I find men's Banana Republic jeans for 99 cents, I do grab them. Men's jeans tend to go faster, sell quicker, and they go for more money. These ones sold for $22, and they shipped in a padded flat. Here's a pair of men's silver jeans. These are the Grayson, which is a good one to look for. They're good size. They're 32 by 32. My pictures aren't that great. And these actually had a defect. So one of the inner pockets was ripped out. I photographed it. I disclosed it right here. Right front pocket is ripped on the inside. And they still sold for $44.54. I did pay $6.99 for these at the Goodwill. I paid full price. I saw the mistake at the store. This isn't a pair I got home and went, darn it. I saw the mistake. I decided I was still going to bring them home and list them and get it, 40 to 45. And I did. Here is a Crazy Horse by Liz Claiborne corduroy jacket. This is an example of a brand that's not good to source. I don't know if you can see here. The background. You see those little lines? This was our old background. Before we switched to the white paper, we had like a white curtain. So this is extremely old. This is older than old. It's been around forever. I can tell by the background. I know this is a brand I have not sourced in a very long time. It probably came from our Honey Hole thrift store that closed over a year ago. I would have paid 99 cents for it. But this one and the Eddie Bauer corduroy. This one's newer. Eddie Bauer I'll still kind of pick up if I find corduroy or cool jackets like this. So we paid 99 cents for each coat. One buyer bought them, and I did give her a deal. She got both for $33, and they shipped together in a padded flat. Here's a Robert Talbot men's sweater. Robert Talbot, again, it's not that great of a brand, but this was made in Italy. It's a linen blend. It was 99 cents, so we picked it up, and it sold for $24.12, and it shipped first class. Here's a Tommy Bahama from our box. Those of you that saw just before we went to eBay Open that Friday, we bought the wholesale box that came with all the really, really good items in it. We figured out it was 97 items. We paid $2.25 for the whole box, including shipping. Each item came out to $2 and some change. This is the third Tommy Bahama to sell out of the box already. This one was more plain, and it was just a large size, so it went for $18.75. Some of the larger sizes with the really cool graphics are going to go for a lot more, and already have. But this one sold for $18.75, and it shipped in a poly bag, first class. Some of you may remember when I picked up the 2 miscellaneous boxes of Christmas from the yard sale. I got a $2 box full of Christmas mugs and candles and candle holders, and I got a $5 box full of Christmas ornaments that day. Rudolph came out of the $2 box. Everything was under $1 once you figure out how much stuff was in there. This one's super cute though. The lighting up of the cup, and it played music, is light activated. So if you put it in the light, it sings. It's musical. It doesn't sing like words, but it's musical. It plays Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it lights up. And I wanted to show you guys this because, one, look, Christmas stuff is selling like hotcakes. We've been selling Christmas since July. When I put both boxes in the store, the stuff started selling immediately. We're selling Christmas stuff a couple of times a week. And number 2, I wanted to show you guys how I did the main photo, which one I chose. If you have stuff like this that lights up, sometimes you want to turn your photography lights off and have the item light up like this and take a picture of it like that. So it's kind of dark, but it shows that it's glowing or it's lit up. I think that is very attractive when people are going through the searches and they see your item lit up. They can see what it does. I don't know what this does for Google searches because obviously this isn't a crisp clear white background with all the bright lights like this photo. But I do like to show things off when they light up like that in the main photo. One more thing to show you guys. Keith found this router at a yard sale for $1. Probably a week before eBay opened, so it hasn't even been around a month. And he accepted a best offer of $16 on it. And it shipped first class. He did put it in a box and protected it and everything. But this is just an example of things that you should be on the lookout for at yard sales. This one was still new in the package. It's nothing really great or top of the line or brand new, but for $1, hey, we brought it home, sold for $16 and shipped first class. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys have flipped anything in the past week that was super exciting for you. You know, any really great flips, return on investments, anything you found at yard sales that was exciting. You can let me know if you do source and flip bread and butter items or the filler items, if you guys do volume, how your sales have been, how your plush sales have been, whatever you guys want to talk about. You know, I do love hearing from you. So utilize that comment section, guys, and I will respond to each and every one of you. If you want to get a hold of me a little bit quicker, join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. The link to join is in the description box. You can always tag me in a post in there and I'll get back to you within a couple hours. It's also a really great group of resellers. It's a very positive atmosphere. Everyone is super nice and knowledgeable. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. Hit the like button before you leave, guys. It really does help us out. And you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos across all social media. Until next time, guys, go be productive, go make some money, and have a good night.